to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing. As a legislative authority in Asheville, we impact the lives of families, businesses, and schools with such a weighty responsibility. We believe it is wholly appropriate to petition for help from higher authority in the discussion, reflection, and dispensing of our duties as council members. Moment of silence. Baby seat. Chad? Roger. Andy? Dave? Here. Matt? Colton? Need a motion for approval of the minutes of March 3rd, 2025.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
We're going to deviate from the agenda. Noble,
Yes.
you'd like to talk?
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the courtesy. Members of council, Your Honor, my name is Robert Noble. I represent Donnie Mays, and I appreciate you taking me out of order here, saving my client money. The reason I'm present is to request the board and mayor to consider appointing Donnie as the full-time chief after the removal of Chief George, if that in fact be the case. We believe, obviously Donnie believes that he's in the best position, most seniority, most experience to represent the police department, a lifelong resident, and that's what he wants to do. It's become apparent to Donnie over the past year that that's not likely going to happen. He's run into roadblocks, he's run into being ostracized by other members of the force, and there's just been an ongoing litany of events that I'm just not going to go over at this point. I was raised as an attorney on the theory that there's the opportunity to have a great trial, or there's the opportunity to have a fair settlement. And the fair settlement always wins. Trials are expensive, litigation is expensive. Donnie doesn't want to have to pursue that, but he's going through a great deal of stress emotionally. It's affecting him physically. We would like to try to get this resolved without having to file litigation against the city and the members for the decisions that are being made. We feel that they're discriminatory against them. I provided you correspondence outlining a little bit of the aspects of where we would be coming from if we did have to file suit. And we would appreciate the board considering this, or the council considering this, the mayor considering our request, and getting word back from somebody representing you gentlemen as to whether that is something that you want to discuss. I really don't have much else to say. I throw myself open to questions if any of the council members or the mayor has any questions. But we would like to hear back from you before the next board meeting so that we know exactly how we need to proceed. Is there anything that I can answer for any of the board members?
Not at this time.
All right. I will wait to hear from someone. If I don't, I'll come back one more meeting, and hopefully I'll get the same courtesy. But again, I do appreciate it, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's start our ordinances and resolutions reading tonight. I will start with the third reading of ordinance 2025, permanent appropriations.
Motion to have third reading. Second.
Vote.
Yes.
2025-01, an ordinance to make permanent appropriation for the current year's expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Asheville, State of Ohio, based upon the amended certificate of resources issued by the Pickaway County Budget Commission for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025, and declaring an emergency.
The second and third reading.
This is a
Third. This is third reading. Okay, I'll make a motion we adopt, accept the third reading of 2025-01 and adopt the ordinance.
second. Vote.
Yes.
Here we have 4 for second reading. I will start out with 2025-02.
Motion for reading. Okay.
Second. Vote.
Yes.
2025-02, an ordinance creating, establishing, and adopting the Village of Asheville credit card policy and declaring an emergency.
These are first readings.
Now, these are second.
Second, I'm looking at the wrong things. These are second readings. April, or you want all these to go through three? Isn't,
The credit card one, yeah, I would like to,
you would like to have it?
tonight.
the credit one, which
I'd
is
like to
this
waive
one?
the third.
Which is this one we're looking right now. Okay, I'll make a motion that we have we accept the second reading of 2025-02, suspend the rules of council by waiving the third reading and adopting ordinance 2025-02 as an emergency measure.
Second.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
And 2025-03, a motion for second reading.
That's motion.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
2025-03, an ordinance amending section 1153.04, the codified ordinances of the Village of Asheville by adding subsection M, building height in a general business district.
Motion to approve that reading.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
2024-04.
Motion for reading.
Second.
2025-04, an ordinance amending section 1157.04F, the codified ordinances of the Village of Asheville by adding subsection, no, I'm sorry, I'm looking wrong one. The codified ordinances of the Village of Asheville building heights in the limited industrial area district.
Motion to accept second reading.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
And 2025-05, alarm permit fees.
Motion for first reading.
Second. Vote.
Yes.
2025-05, an ordinance repealing section 709.03E of the codified ordinances of the Village of Asheville, annual alarm user permit application fee.
Motion to accept reading.
Second.
Second.
Yes.
Okay, we have a resolution for the second reading, 01-2025.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
01-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to execute a personal service agreement for legal services with Isaac Wiles, Burkholder and Miller LLC and declaring an emergency.
I'll make a motion that we accept the second reading of 2025-01, waive, suspend the rules of council, waiving the third reading and adopting the resolution as an emergency measure.
Second.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
02-2025, a motion for first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
02-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to execute an agreement and release with Jeff George and declaring an emergency.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept the second reading, or the first reading of 02-2025, suspend the rules of council by waiving the second and third readings, adopting resolution 02-2025 as an emergency measure. You want to roll call on this?
Second.
Yes.
Yes, roll call on this one.
Yes.
Chad?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Matt? Colton?
Yes.
The last one, 03-2025, it's a resolution for an application with the Ohio Water Development Authority. First reading.
I'd like to have that tonight as well, please.
Motion for the reading.
Second.
You want this one?
Yes.
03-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to prepare and submit an application to Ohio Water Development Authority, OWDA, and the financial assistance is awarded, execute all documents necessary to accept this assistance, and declare an emergency.
I'll make a motion to accept the first reading of 03-2025, suspend the rules of council by waiving second and third reading and adopting resolution as an emergency measure.
Second.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Jim Bob, anything?
Nothing for tonight, no.
Mark?
Nothing for tonight.
Samantha? Bert?
I gave you guys all should have a copy of memorandum of understanding. This is for the lift station that's going in out in Dulles, and the force main that they're putting in. If there's anything you don't agree with on there, or anything you want to add to that, this is not a legal document. This is basically what we're going to be doing. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about what it says,
We don't have it, Bert.
You got it in your email.
Keep an email today.
I thought it was here.
basically, it says, it's my expectations of what I expect Novellis giving us the lift station after it's done. They're putting it all in at their expense, and they're going to gift it or present it to the village upon completion, along with an easement through their property with the force main. And that'll all be village property once they're done, and it'll be done to our specs. And it's going to be built oversized to service the property to the west, which they can negotiate with people to the west to recoup some of their costs. That's pretty much what it says. If you guys want to look over it and send me an email, if you have any questions or concerns about it, then
Just, where's the location of this?
it's out in front of Novellis.
So it'll be easily accessible?
They're giving us an easement off of their main road back, and they're also giving us a piece of property and putting it on their property. But there's an easement in the driveway
Okay.
to it, so we can access
You
it.
get to it. Okay.
Anything else? Do you have anything, Daryl?
Yeah, the other thing I have, since it's on TV, I don't know if anybody watches it or not, but the watershed project, I need to be able to get in to inspect basements. It's nothing that the village is gonna tell them what they can or cannot do, but we need to find out where their utility hookups are in their houses. Could they please call the office and make an appointment if I have not been there yet? So I would like this, I got like 40 more to do and I've only got 20 done, so. I just want to put that out there, or maybe just send something out on a
Say, do we need to send letters?
newsletter, or,
Do we need to send letters to them? I mean,
well, we did, but I never got a response. I'm just trying to get,
It'll probably
We can
come
get it
down
done.
and knocking on doors.
yeah, probably, but I thought maybe if someone was watching this council meeting, maybe just put it in the air, or maybe word of mouth.
So I
Takes about 10 minutes.
know the answer is probably obvious, but how are we dealing with people that aren't home during the day?
If I have to do it at night, they just have to.
Night or
schedule it.
weekends, we can work something out.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just needed a schedule. I'll work with their schedule,
okay.
so. It'll make it easier in the long run, so I just thought maybe like to put that out there, let the public know. It's gonna be a big undertaking when it does start.
We have one thing on new business, and Jackie Ray's.
Yeah, their liquor permit is up for renewal. Do you have any objections to that? We have the right to request a hearing if we have issues with their liquor permit.
We don't have any problem with it, do we? It's a good deal.
You need a motion or anything, or is that fine?
You can make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
no, second.
Second, vote.
Yes.
Any committee reports?
I do have a question. You know, we try to keep people and vehicles off of the park lawn except for 4th of July. And there's a truck parked out there, one of the small ball fields, and I don't know if it's that ball team, assume it is, but I don't know what you do about it. If we start letting that happen, it'll probably just keep ballooning.
Yeah, I noticed it was a game, I think this past weekend, and it might have been one of those games with the softball, with the softball coming into play, so, but they were parked all along on the pavement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pavement, I don't really have a problem with it, with its pavement. They're not, you know, it's,
But your own signage says no parking in the park.
Yeah.
yeah, you and I both know that. But
I mean, it is as simple as putting a gate.
there were 30 cars parked there this weekend, so obviously, you know, you know, I don't know what to do. I mean, the only other thing to do is put up the gate was down, so put us the gate.
If you want to change, if you want it up, say so, and put it up.
It doesn't bother me that people park on the pavement. Personally, I worry about people parked in there and kids running around, you know what I mean, from a standpoint of when you're on the street parking, it's one thing. When you've got cars parking, like a bunch of cars parking on there, God knows anything could happen, because you got, especially when you got little kids playing baseball and different things like that, you got people running around, people trying to figure out where to park, there's no really designated parking, and you could have a bit of a problem possibly, you might get somebody, you know, unfortunately hit. So that would be my only concern, is
I'll
that,
tell them to put the chain up.
that's,
Or can we just put the temporary barricades up?
They move them.
They'll move.
Well, I mean, then that's a whole nother issue.
That's a
But when
Brian
you put the
problem.
chain up across when you put the chain up over across the main, right there on
Is
Walnut
Is
Street.
it the school, when the school is playing there?
I don't want to be rude, but it shouldn't matter who it is.
Well,
We
I'm
gotta
just
set
saying,
rules.
if it is, and the school has the ability to send it out to other schools in the league and provide where you need to park at.
Oh, yeah, and the schools haven't played there unless they're just practice. Their first game's not for,
Yeah, it's a couple more
I
weeks.
was gonna say 2 or 3 weeks.
There
So.
again, if it's a school, it's easy enough to send something to the school. They can send it out to their parents or
Yeah.
to opposing schools, they'll tell them where to park.
And we can put the chain up and that will hopefully stop
That
them
would,
from
the
pulling in
chain,
there.
the chain on Walnut Street would stop a great deal of the parking.
Right.
Because that's a very easy thing when somebody's coming down Walnut Street, they see it's open and people are parking, hey, I can, they don't read the signs.
Yeah, why do I want to walk an extra 40 feet
Mhm.
or 50?
Yeah.
No, I get it. We can put a chain up and I don't know, I'll talk to, the school and tell them to kind of direct their team where to park.
Yeah.
Along Station Street. And
Yeah, I mean, park at the school, you know, at the elementary school, and that's that parking lot, or park over on Park Street by the pickleball courts, or, you know,
Because if there are kids in there playing in the
There's-
playground, they
there's
could get
lots of
dangerous,
parking.
I get it. Like you said, especially no designated parking spots or anything, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, could that liability fall back on us if something happens?
Sure,
Could be.
That's,
always does.
so, exactly, it's our place.
The only thing I got is that the school was out, they had pounding the seed out there, redoing the field, so that we need to be compliant with the OCC regulations, so they've got the, I think they're finished up and ready to play softball with us.
I believe so.
Great. April, do you have anything real quick?
No, I don't.
Need a motion for executive session? Yes. Okay, I make a motion for executive session, do I need to read all this?
Yes.
I do, okay. I make a motion for executive session, consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual, unless the public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requests a public hearing. I'll make that motion, that we have that.
Second?
second.
Vote?
Yes. So,
Any action?
Time out.
I know.
Okay, call the meeting back to order. Council wish to take any action for executive session?
Mr. Mayor, after the executive session, council chooses to not take any action tonight. Any other discussion on that, or we good with that? And at that point, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Vote?
Yes.